for Friday night. Where I come from, there's a lot of guys thinking that they're gonna get some tonight. Where I come from, the bills are piled up like beat up rust old cars. But it's always a good time if you don't wind up behind bars. Now we might live our lives a little slower, sing our songs a little lower, make our money on that mower. There's a new girl in town, we're gonna know her, 'cause we're just hicks from the sticks. We ain't never gonna get rich. Keep pumping that fist, trying to impress chicks. If the cops come around, you know you better plead the fifth. And you know that's all you'll find out here. It's from the sticks. It's from the sticks. Where I come from, there's a lot of dads sitting on the porch on Friday night. Where I come from, there's a poor old boy that better get her home tonight. Where I come from, if the porch lights off, you can bet there'll be a fight. But it's always a good time if you don't wind up behind bars. Now we might live our lives a little slower, sing our songs a little lower, make our money on that mower. There's a new girl in town, we're gonna know her, 'cause we're just hicks from the sticks. We ain't never gonna get rich. Keep pumping that fist, trying to impress the chicks. If the cops come around, you know you better plead the fifth. And you know that's all you'll find out here. Yeah, you know that's all you'll find out here. Man, you know that's all you'll find out here. It's from the sticks. If you don't wind up behind bars, we're just hicks from the sticks. We ain't never gonna get rich. Keep pumping that fist, trying to impress chicks. If the cops come around, you know you better plead the fifth. And you know that's all you'll find out here. Yeah, you know that's all you'll find out here. UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, good Friday morning to you. Robert Miguel here with you. Heard some Texas country there by Mr. K.C. Beck. And to talk all about the big show coming up tomorrow at Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and to get to know the man a little bit better, I got K.C. Beck on the phone right now. What's up, sir?
How's it going, Robert?
Hey, man, it's good to talk to you. Thanks for checking in. Now, where are you calling in from, man?
UT, actually.
Very nice. Are you a student? Are you a professor? Are you just hanging out? What's up?
I'm an adjunct for UTA, but no, I'm building a stadium here.
Wow.
Or finishing up the modifications on it.
Really? So you're into construction, engineer. What do you do when you're not doing country music?
I'm a safety professional.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
Takes all kinds, man, right? Very cool. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with us this morning. We're excited that you are coming to Uvalde tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, 5 to 8 at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's right there at the Garner Airport here in Uvalde. Have you been down to Uvalde before, man?
I've driven by it, but not in a while.
That's always the answer. I've driven through, kind of, went on by 83 or 90, but we're excited that you're going to actually swing in, stop by for a while, and see all the beautiful things that Uvalde has to offer. But so where are you actually based out of?
I live in Austin, but my house is out of Pflugerville.
Okay, very good, man. So how long have you been doing Texas country music in general?
I've been doing been doing music in general since the late '90s. My first show I did in 1993 when I was like 7. So I was kind of already on a track. Years ago, I was talking to Broken Bow Records, which was Jason Aldean's label. That was about 2005, and then they found I was active duty military, and we're like, oh, we're gonna have to wait. I had a couple songs on the charts then, and then I had another one in like '07, and then I went to Iraq for a few years, and then came back, and I had some health issues. So it's been an interesting journey.
Well, first of all, man, thank you for your service. So I mean, I love that. Particularly country artists, we usually stand by the flag, and our country and whatnot. But there's only a very select few of you guys who are doing the country music thing and actually serving their country literally too. So we appreciate your service. What was that experience like, serving in the military and being an artist?
It was pretty cool. Other than getting hurt, so I was at Fort Hood, got hurt, and I tried to stay in for a few years, and then eventually they put me out medically, and then I contracted in Iraq for 3 years. That's how I picked up the safety professional thing. I started as a mechanic for the Marine Corps, moved up, and the whole time I was playing shows for troops, even at times playing guitar for rappers and stuff on Al Assad, which is the main base out west. I mean, I did it all. Playing a lot of Garth Brooks for people and stuff, and even got one of my songs in a movie and then did a bunch of radio interviews from Iraq. I think I'm the only guy who actually did that, but I can't prove that.
Wow, very cool, man. I know that if you get into that kind of military entertainment circuit, it can be very beneficial. It gets you in front of a lot of bodies, right?
Yeah. I mean, mine. I was working over there. I was the youngest senior leader in all of Iraq. I was a DS-14 at 23 years old, and I was a full paid manager, but a safety. They call it a paid safety coordinator. And I was doing that, and then I was doing the MWR stuff on a weekly basis. Anybody went through Balad for a while there. If you went to the MWR, like karaoke nights, I helped run that at times. And same thing with Toledo for about a year over there. So it was just my regular thing, good for practice.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, the servicemen and women must absolutely appreciate those live shows, entertainment, just to kind of spice things up. I'm sure it's it's a very disciplined lifestyle, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was my outlet over there. I worked 7/12s, and I was managing about 100,000 troops and 20,000 contractors at times, and I had to do something to take my mind off what was going on and all the guys working underneath me.
Very good. Well, man, let's go even further back before, and again, thank you for your service, but let's go even before that. When you were a kid, what were the influences? What made you pick up the guitar or, learn to sing or whatever? Is there a mom or a dad or a grandpa or a crazy uncle involved?
Yeah, all the above. Actually, my uncle Freebird, as they called him in Denver, he was a legend in Denver.
Okay.
He passed away about 10 years ago. But he was pretty well known, big Leonard Skinner fan, and just so happens I was born on October 20th, 1985, about 7 years after Ronnie Van Zant died. So my actual biological name is Ronnie. So, it's coincidental, but he forced my mom to name me that. And at 3 years old, I got my first guitar, and my dad played all over Kansas City and stuff. Knew most of the famous people, including Wes Scranton and the big DJ Johnny Dare there. So I knew a lot of big musicians or kind of regional musicians in Kansas City growing up, and it was like that's just the thing we did.
You had no choice but to get into this racket, huh? It was all around you. Very good. So let's talk about your recorded works. I know you're working on some new stuff. We just played, I guess, something off your most recent record. What's out there that people can find from Casey Beck?
I've put out quite a few singles. I've got this new album. I've got some covers on there, but I've got a few originals on there too from a few years ago. The new stuff, it's going to trickle out. Right now, I just did a redo or a final of Hicks from the Sticks, which that track's got Larry Franklin on it. Hall of Fame fiddle player from Sleep at the Wheel. I mean, just, Kitty Chesney, she thinks my tractor's sexy. Shania Twain, you name it. The guy's just amazing. And then I also have Kevin Aerosmith, who's Luke Bryan's mandolin and fiddle player. He did some stuff on that, and the track's just amazing. I mean, I love it. And then I've got some other stuff coming out. I've got a track by David Banning. I think you're going to play it later, called Low Tech, Redneck Homeland Security.
Yeah, okay.
And then I've got a track I'm doing by Byron Hill and John Rich of Big and Rich. And Byron Hill, wrote a Full Heart of Memory for George Strait, so I've got a lot of really good songs of this, and I got a bunch that I did myself that I think are just as competitive. They're, I haven't got anybody give me anything negative in years, so I don't know. I just got to go off that.
Well, again, man, we're talking to Casey Beck. He's playing tomorrow afternoon at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe here in Uvalde from 5 to 8 p.m. We're excited to have him come through our neck of the woods. Now, man, you got some heavy hitters that you're obviously collaborating with, working with, recording with. How did this all get set up, man?
I mean, I've been doing this since I was little,
yeah.
And, I'd planned years ago, like say, getting signed, and then I came back, had some issues with memory and stuff, and with my health, so I had to get it back, and then just started getting back at it. About 2017, I started being able to get my memory back, working with the VA and stuff, and then over time it's gotten better. I've been recording. I've got my own studio now, and I help out some other guys, Matt Carley and the Rowdy Few, Deanna Wheeler, a few others, and helping them with tracks and then some songwriting and some other stuff, and just kind of easing into it, and I think it's working out,
Very cool. You mentioned Deanna Wheeler. I just met her at the T3R Awards, and she's going to be at the, I believe, at the Texas Internet Radio Chart Awards this weekend on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to kind of hanging out with her as well, too. So, man, yeah, sounds like you're really well connected, and obviously good things are happening. What is your overall goal in this process? Is it to be able to make a living on music, or are you happy kind of being a weekend warrior, kind of part-time, or what's the overall goal, I guess?
To be honest, I'm trying to become a music mogul.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm doing publishing. I'm helping people out with management. I do the coding. I mean, you name it. I won't get into all the names of people that I help, but I do a lot of freebies for people, and it tends to help me out in the long run. But I'm investing in it. I'm talking about creating my own major label. I've got some assistance from some people higher up with one of the big 3 labels overseas, and just working on some different stuff. But yeah, I'm planning on, trying to beat Luke Combs out of the water, to be honest.
Awesome, man. Well, man, you got to dream big, man. That's good stuff. Again, we're talking to Casey Beck. He's performing tomorrow at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe here in Uvalde. We do it every Saturday from 5 to 8. And what can we expect, man, at your live show here in Uvalde?
I mean, I'm going to be a little bit rusty because I haven't been playing a lot of live shows, but...
Yeah, thank you, pandemic, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is, but I've got a lot of songs that I'm going to be doing. A few covers, a few of my own, some different stuff. Some change-ups on some old classics, which have gotten pretty good reception from everybody. I think it'll be a good show.
And for those who won't be able to make it tomorrow and haven't heard your records yet, I guess sum up your sound. How would you describe what it is you do and the mission you have with music?
I mean, if you haven't listened to it, I'm probably the most progressive country guy out there. A lot of people relate me back to Garth Brooks just because of how fast, how high energy, how high tempo my stuff is. But I also do some slower stuff. I was one of the first guys that was doing kind of the punk rock country sound. My song Trailer Park Cowboy, and That's Just Me. Those were my first ones that got on Texas radio back, 13 years ago. And I kind of started that sound, and then next thing you know, all these bigger names came out, and I was like, well, okay, yeah, sounds kind of familiar, And but my stuff's kind of a mix of rock and country, and then I've got some older classic stuff, Johnny Cash sound and stuff. I'm just all over the map as far as music.
Well, man, we're looking forward to seeing the live set. Again, that's going to be tomorrow, Saturday, from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's 249 Airport Boulevard, right there at the Garnerfield Airport. Casey, tell us how we can find more about you online and all your socials and all that good stuff.
Okay, you can go to caseybeck.com, and that's Casey, like Kansas City, Beck.com. You can look me up in Spotify or, Pandora or any of those. I got a Facebook page, Casey Beck Music, and then Casey Beck Music on Twitter, and, reach out to me. I answer everybody back. I'm not one of these guys that doesn't answer people. I always answer back.
Well, very good, man. Again, we've been talking to Casey Beck. Casey, you gave me this brand new song of yours, Low Tech, Redneck, Homeland Security. I love the title. Before we get it on, make it a Uvalde radio debut, give us a little bit of information behind the song.
So it was written by David Banning, and then my producer and I tracked down an awesome harmonica player. When he threw it at me, I'm like, harmonica? And he's like, yeah, man. And then, we also got Larry Franklin on there. Again, I just love the guy's fiddle playing. He's amazing. And then when we put it together, we also got a guy, I believe, named Chris Webb, who's this awesome piano player. A lot of credits out there, a lot of big names and stuff. And then to finish it off, we had it mastered by Chris Cott at Independent Mastering. And it came out awesome, so... I think you guys will like it.
Now, when do we expect this to be released either to radio or to digital? However you decide to put it out. What's the ETA there?
Probably about a month. I just released Hicks from the Sticks out on national radio last week, or this week technically. So we'll see how that song goes, and then we'll go from there. If it gets a reception, then it might be a little longer as far as getting it on the radio, but it'll be out digitally within the next month. Again,
we got Casey Beck here. He's performing tomorrow at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe from 5 to 8 p.m. CaseyBeck.com. Get details at Hangar6aircafe.com as well. Here it is, man. A Casey Beck with Low Tech, Redneck, Homeland Security. This is UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Oh, Joe done dug him up a cool spot. Mama's fighting back. Passerby might take one look and assume that dog is dead. But down here in the South, that could be a costly hunch. 'Cause if the stranger stepped foot in the yard, you would have his leg for lunch. Ain't a dang thing wrong with missile defense. Fighter jets and tanks make sense for the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. From the Carolina shore to the Lone Star State, you shouldn't underestimate low-tech, redneck, homeland security. Those guns on the racks in the backs of the trucks ain't there just for show. Country boys learn to shoot lights out by the time they're 8 years old. So coming down here up to no good leaves nothing to discuss. Yeah, 911 is bound to get a call, but it won't be for us. Ain't a damn thing wrong with missile defense. Fighter jets and tanks make sense for the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. From the Carolina shore to the Lone Star State, you shouldn't underestimate low-tech, redneck, homeland security. Bad guys, bring it on, just don't forget. Quick as a bark in a bang, well, it lies the thread. From the Carolina shore to the Lone Star State, you shouldn't underestimate low-tech, redneck, homeland security. It won't be any silly little signs outside, but you better believe we're protected by low-tech, redneck, homeland security.